Odysseus-The Epic Myth of the Hero, Book 21. All winds now ceased, and the sea was calm, and very close lay land, battered by waves. And so, as when for a child welcome life returns to his father laid up in pain, wasting in sickness from hate of a god, so Odysseus welcomed sight of land, and swam to step once more on solid ground. But once within shouting distance he heard big waves dashing themselves upon sharp rocks. The shore before him jutted out of the sea as sheer cliff face, and then the knees of poor Odysseus buckled and his heart shook, and he spoke to his great-hearted spirit. "Oh, Zeus, to see sweet land without safe port, outside sharp rock awash in roiling surf, inside deep water close on shore but not much footing. And if I managed to get a toehold, a wave could carry me off. This section can't be broached, it's vain to try. But if I swim along the shore, I may yet find a harbor or a wave-combed beach. I fear the storm might sweep me out to sea again, or some fell god beset me with a monster, such as those reared by Amphitrite, for I know how I am hated by the famous lord, earth-shaking Poseidon." All this he pondered deep down in his soul. Meanwhile a monstrous wave pushed him toward a rugged point, and there his flesh from bone could have been ripped, and bones themselves all smashed, had not Athena, bright-eyed goddess fair, cradled him with both hands and put him safe upon a ledge. He gripped it, groaning hard, until another wave rolled in and crashed. Nearly safe, the backwash caught and threw him far back out to sea again. And just like when an octopus is dragged out of his den with pebbles clinging to his suckers tight, so rocks stripped flesh away from clutching hands, and sea brine peeled him off his jagged perch. Truly then and there he could have met his end and been destroyed, divine Odysseus, without the loving care Athena gave. She raised a wave that spat him out to sea. Swimming outside, he scanned the shore to spy a harbor or a wave-combed beach. Suddenly he found himself in fresh water from a mountain stream whose bed was full of smooth-faced rocks, and there was shelter from the wind. He swam against this flow and prayed inside his soul, "Hear me, Lord, river spirit, you are the one I seek. To you I come, fleeing grinding storms of Poseidon's malice. Revered by gods, immortal is a man who roams as I now roam into your stream. At your protecting knees I throw myself. After all that I have suffered, pity me, O Lord. Your suppliant I pray you let me be." This said, the river spirit ceased his flow and stopped a wave from breaking over him, and calmed the sea and saved Odysseus. He crawled on hands and knees upon the bank, nearly overpowered. His skin was swollen. Water gushed from his nose and mouth. He laid down panting, speechless on his back, and dread exhaustion numbed his mind. But once his breath returned and his soul came back, he loosed the headband, well-intentioned gift of Ino, and cast it into the sea. A wave conveyed it to her hand, and she replaced it on her caring brow. Odysseus now crawled into some rushes close, and laid him down, and kissed the flower-strewn sweet earth. But then, like an ancient companion, distress returned, and he spoke these words inside his mega-hearted lasting soul. "O gods, what now will I endure? What coming fate? If I sleep by the bank of the river this night, what chills from frost and dew will rack my shaken limbs? Don't forget the river breeze that comes with dawn. But if I go up this hill to where the forest thickens, searching for a compact bush, I may there sleep and be released from further woes. yet then I fear becoming prey to prowling beasts. Thus it seemed most wise to struggle up the hill away from shore. He made it to the forest edge. Beside a spring he found a hollow in the midst of two great olive trees, one wild, one planted there by man. Between these two not wind nor rain could penetrate, so close their roots entwined. On hands and knees Odysseus crawled inside and scraped a bed together with his cherished hands, for streams of leaves had fallen there, enough to cover 2 or 3 grown men in wintertime. He hid himself with handfuls of small leathery leaves, glad to be alive, and nestled deep inside, as when a hermit far from neighbors banks a glowing ember saved for seed and ash to spark tomorrow's fire, there being no one near to help him. So divine Odysseus hid himself and sang these words inside his mega-hearted lasting soul. Now that I've swum the sea and made it to the shore again against the spite of gods, this bed of leaves is all the palace I require, and give my thanks. Arnea, I am not dead. I am not dead. I'm close to you. Can you feel me near? I swear that I will make it home, because I never will stop searching. And when I do come home, I'll never leave again. My son Telemachus, your father, shall return, and he will make you a king of Ithaca, the sweetest home on earth. I only want to tend my vineyard, watching green life grow. I want another child, Arnea, this time a little girl. We're still young enough to start again. Now bright Athena, goddess moved to tears, cast sleep upon the weary eyes of enduring, versatile Odysseus, knowing very well that his adventures were not quite all accomplished yet.